Chapter 3. The Day Wi-Fi Died. Meet Nathan Reed, a man, a legend, a guy who just wanted to watch one video of a cat falling off a couch. And that's when everything started going wrong. The wheel spun and spun and spun, and somewhere a monk achieved enlightenment faster than this video was loading. 3 hours later, Nathan finally snapped, and at that exact same second, 8 billion people across the planet screamed the exact same thing. Which is how the world found out the internet, all of it, had officially stopped working. Scientists scrambled to explain it, eventually settling on the very scientific description of, quote, a rock with really, really bad Wi-Fi, which, fair. And as the confusion spread, the sky itself started flickering, like the planet was holding in a sneeze and losing signal at the same time. Then, out of the ocean rose a router, a giant router. Skyscraper-sized, blinking. Somewhere, an actual IT technician fainted on the spot. A message appeared across it. Please hold. And Nathan's phone buzzed at the exact same moment, which meant his soul had officially left his body. Because the message read, have you tried turning the planet off and on again? And sir, that's not a setting. That's a war crime. Which is exactly when the golden door reappeared. Because of course it did. And Nathan already knew this was about to ruin his entire week. Turns out there's an entire department dedicated to exactly this kind of disaster, right alongside the department for people who microwave fish at work. Priorities, apparently. And while Nathan processed that horrifying discovery, the monolith calmly informed everyone the estimated wait time was the heat death of the universe, prompting one guy to just sit down on the pavement and accept his fate. Meanwhile, buildings across the city started buffering. Actual chunks of skyscraper freezing mid-collapse like the world's worst Zoom call. Cars teleported 10 feet forward mid-drive. And somehow people were more impressed than terrified, because apparently the apocalypse still has decent production value. Back at the monolith, Nathan was handed his mission. Not just any bad review. The bad review, the final one, the nuclear option. 1 star glowed on his screen, the app practically begging him to reconsider, but Nathan had never in his life been more certain of anything. So he typed it out slowly, deliberately, like he was signing a declaration of war, ending with the devastating line, my cat could run this company better. He hit submit, and the entire monolith screamed, not like a router, but like a villain getting stabbed in a soap opera finale. Lightning cracked. The sky glitched black and white like a dying PowerPoint slide. And somewhere, somebody's grandmother froze mid-sneeze, which honestly became the moment's biggest meme. Then, at once, every screen on Earth lit up with the same notification, even the ones that were switched off, confirming the review had officially been received. And right on cue, the monolith cracked straight down the middle, as if it had simply given up on customer service as a career path. A new message popped up, informing Nathan his complaint had been escalated to a supervisor, and his face did the universal, please, not the manager expression. Because a second door appeared, bigger than the first, somehow judgier than the first. And a voice shook the sky itself, demanding to know who dared leave 1 star. But Nathan didn't flinch. This was a man who had survived Mondays, and he simply said he'd do it again, twice, with screenshots. And with that, the monolith dissolved into pixels and drifted away, like a bad connection finally admitting defeat, restoring full bars to the entire planet, even in elevators. So Nathan sat back down, coffee in hand, as his 9-second cat video finally finished loading, completely worth destroying a router god for, and simply said, 1 star, every single time.